Hey guys, this is Kyle from the channel Weiss Schwarz Popper, and I'm on Weiss Schwarz NA today. I'm a friend of Barrett's, and today I'll be giving you my Mono Green Madoka Magica Demon Homura deck profile. So without further ado, here we go. First up, I run 2 copies of this bond. This card is just a basic on-play, pay-1 bond. And it bonds for Madoka's Swaying Feelings. Obviously, this is a Demon Homura deck, so Ultimate Madoka is very important to the strategy. So I find it very necessary to run a high amount of this change for the purpose of constantly over and over again changing so that you can get cheap heals early in the game. So that's nice, and that's why I run the bond and 4 copies of this. Next up, of course, we have the card it changes into. 4 copies of Ultimate Madoka. I don't run the second effect, but it's on-play heal that you can change into, so that's pretty awesome. And then, of course, Demon Homura. This is the namesake of the deck, and it is also arguably the best card in the deck. A lot of people like to argue that the Ultimate Madoka is the best card in the deck. I personally find the Demon Homura to be the best card in the deck because it is the hardest thing for people to get around. For those of you who don't know, on play, if you have an Ultimate Madoka on the board, you can put the Ultimate Madoka underneath the Demon Homura as a marker, which kind of sucks, but hear me out. This card, when it has a marker under it, gains 8,500, so it becomes an 18-5. And the Ultimate Madoka is then replaced with 1 copy of a level 0 beater. And then on top of that, this card is a clock shooter on you and your opponent's turn. It's a pay 2 ditch 1 clock shooter. So that is awesome. And the beater it replaces the Ultimate Madoka with is this Madoka from the New World. So we run 4 of this because it's a great beater on its own. It's a 2-stock or less 4K. Otherwise, it's a 2/5, and it's green, so it fits the strategy really, really well. So yeah, that's the basic core of the deck. This strategy, this setup is kind of what you're going for throughout the entire deck. So the rest of it is designed to either emphasize this strategy and make it stronger, or to help in other ways. So there's the core. Next up, this is a personal tech of mine. Lots of people don't like this card. I love this card. 3 copies of this Mommy Hills in the Morning Glow. It is an anti-runner, so basically what it reads is your opponent cannot move the creature facing this card to another position on the stage. That's what it reads. It's really awesome. It's 3K, so it's going to beat over most, if not all, runners. And on top of that, it's just a straight up decent card for like leveling and stuff if you really can't do anything else with it. It does have a downside given that it's a 3K with a good effect. So its downside is on play you top check, and if it's anything but a music character, you have to clock that card. So that kind of sucks. But it also fills that slot for that Homura card that everyone runs so that they can level when they don't level. This kind of fits that bill too, because I don't run it. So 3 copies of that. Next up, Brainstorms and Searchers. 2 copies of the original set, Brainstorm, Homura Watches Over. It's a plus Brainstorm, tap 2, pay 1, mill 4, and then search for each. So really basic, really good. I like it. 2 of the on-play search, Mami and Nagisa. It's an on-play search, very basic. Every deck should really run it. 2 copies of this Cube. There are some instances when I want to save the stock for that I have for clock shooting and stuff like that. So in those instances, it's nice to have this Cube here because on play it gets the top card as a marker, and you can use that marker to pay for the cost of a change effect. So you can use it to pay for the 1 stock in Madoka Swing Feelings Change, for example. And it gives a global 500, so that's pretty awesome. And then the last card in the 0 is this Sayaka Brainstorm. It's a spammable pay 1 search brainstorm, so that's always nice for eating through the deck when you're out of climaxes and stuff like that. So there is that. Next up, this deck has a really stock-intensive late game, for those of you who didn't notice. So, 4 copies of this Madoka Thinking of Homura. What's awesome about it, it's a 105k, so it's free, and on top of that, it combos with this Guide to Salvation card. This is a stock of green from the waiting room, everyone gains a soul climax, and what the combo is that when this card attacks, it gains 3,500 for the turn when the combo's on the board, and on top of that, you have the option of after you reverse an enemy character with this combo, then blind stocking the top. So it builds stock really, really fast. The one problem with this card is that because it's blind stock, it can really mess you up with your climaxes. So I would suggest only using this effect like once, or if you want to use it multiple times, saving the effect and saving these cards for when you are at a point in time when you have 1 climax in deck and lots of cards in deck, those points. And at that point, that is when you should just use this and build all that stock. So there is that. Next up for level 1s, a basic beater. This is from the original set, Homura's Hidden Feelings. It's a 106k. That's pretty awesome. The downside is you have to have 3 or more magic characters on the board at least to play this card. So that's the downside, but it's really easily achievable, so that's why I run it. Just a basic 106k. And then the last card of level 1 is the backup. 2 of this original set, 1/1 backup. It is a 2/5 backup when you back up a green. So it's a 2/5 backup at level 1. That's pretty awesome. No other reason to run it. It helps make your game more survivable, stuff like that. And then the last cards of the deck are 4 copies of this 2/1 Free Fresh. It free freshes on Climax combo with a 2k1, which is pretty awesome. Helps a little bit with that hand consistency for that Demon Homura. It gains 15 on combo, so it becomes huge. And then when you declare an attack, you can send this Climax from the Climax zone to the waiting room, and then you free fresh, which is freaking awesome. I think it's better and more consistent than the original set one, but that is up for debate. I really like it. It multi-purposes as a beater and a free fresh, and just text and stuff like that. It's really nice. So there is that. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the deck profile. Like I said, my name is Kyle, and I am from the channel Weiss Schwarz Pauper, P-A-U-P-E-R, Pauper. So there will be a link in the description to my channel, and please rate, comment, and subscribe on both my channel and on Weiss Schwarz NA here. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a nice evening.